Okay, so then what was the next switch after that? From
Yeah, there was a period of time like where, so I was employee number 8, and wasn't really like the most constructive company to be working at. Kind of like low pay, not a lot of ownership in what we were building in general. It was kind of like, it felt like kind of a negative work environment. So I kind of pulled back on, so my job was half manufacturing, half database. Really loved the database, really didn't love the manufacturing, but the growth of the position was primarily on the manufacturing side.
Sure.
So I had a chat with my boss. I was like, I think, you need to bring somebody in to help on the manufacturing side, and I kind of want to pull back just to contracting on the database side. And he said, that's totally fine. And so I went the route of like doing that half-time, and then I used my massage therapy degree and did some personal training on the side. Started to get some clients and kind of had my feet in 2 different states.
Yeah.
Ended up like getting a full schedule as a personal trainer and massage therapist, and was like in that world. I did that for about like 6 months, and just totally burnt me out. Like the work style and the hours, like 6 a.m. to probably 11, and then like 3 at night to like, or 3 p.m. to like 9 at night. It was like this weird, like, because
you have to do it outside of like work hours is where the core clients happen.
Exactly.
Got it.
Yeah. So you're training people, and it's like on these non-work hours. So I kind of said, all right, I'm at this point where I want to kind of just find a track and just stay on it for a little while.
Yeah.
And I really enjoyed the database stuff. So, and I was still doing the contracting work for him. And I was finding that all the employees were coming to me with questions about, hey, can I get this data out? Can I do this with the data? Can this, and this? And I was like, there has to be some way to, like give them access. And so I started doing research, and I was like, oh, you put a website in front of a database. And I was like, there's this thing called Full Stack. And like one of the guys who I'm still good friends with is the bioinformatics guy there who had experience with coding. And he was like, well, you should look into the LAMP stack. And trying to learn LAMP stack while you're doing like a half-time job and a full-time job was just like not really reasonable. So
not realistic.
Yeah. So I again consulted the boss, and I was like, hey boss, I will build you this website for like 20 hours per week, and for X rate, and I'll learn how to do it on the side. And he was like, nope. So that's when I started doing research.
That's a good try.
Yeah, he was like, absolutely not. I was like, okay. I was like, I'm out. I'll transition the job into new hands, and I taught this other employee how to do all the database related stuff, and she's a pretty bright, cool person. And then I started doing research on boot camps, and because I was like, this is what I want to learn the other 2/3 of the pie. Yeah. How can I sink my teeth in full time?
Yeah.
And so there was a lot of remote boot camps that came up. Mm-hmm. And my cousin, he's a VP of engineering at a company up in LA called Social Vibe. And he was like, I think you should look for an in-classroom one. And so I was looking at, you guys and Origin, and I kind of like put all the skills down on paper, and we had this long chat about the pros and cons of learning these different languages, and, Origin being a full stack JavaScript shop, and you guys being Ruby, but then also getting exposure to JavaScript. He kind of was like, I think you'll be better off. You'll be better off if you go with Ruby.
You go both.
Yeah. And so I toured you guys and was like, I'm in, and started. That was like in December was searching, started in January.
Yeah. It's always interesting to me the time is so different for everybody of like when they decide to do it and then when they are in class.
Yeah.
It's like so different.
Yeah. Somebody it could be like 6 months. Mm-hmm. Somebody else it could be like an hour or two.
Right. And they're just like, okay, I'm in. And you're like, okay, great.
Yeah.